Welcome to this Black Myth WuKong video. I'm going to be breaking down the game as a whole, also the new information that we just got, and so much more. So lock in, it should be a great time. Before we go down the full overview of this game, I did want to talk about this specific trailer for the Summer Game Fest. They revealed that pre-orders are officially live right now for the PlayStation 5, Steam, and Epic Games Store. You can go over there and pre-order the game right now if you want the regular edition, or if you want to get the deluxe or collector's edition, they have that as well. And I'm going to go through some of the information about the deluxe and the collector's edition so you guys can just know exactly what you're getting and make up your mind about it. And then we're going to get into the actual game so you can see what it has to offer and all of the cool different things that come with it. The deluxe edition has a bunch of in-game items. Of course, it's going to come with the full game, but then you're going to get a staff, a mask, armor, bracers, and so much more when it comes to equipment and a weapon. Then, of course, the collector's edition, that right there, my friends, is where it's at, in my opinion. You're going to get the goods, a statue, and a whole bunch of very cool things like a ring, necklace, and much more. It's all themed through the story, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But I wanted to show you guys some gameplay and give you guys a full breakdown on what this game is and what you should be expecting from it as we go forward. Because this game is, to me, my favorite current game. What is this game? Well, the easy answer is a action RPG. You've played a lot of those, but this one is very special because it's rooted in the Chinese mythology, and there's so much good stuff here that I would have to make a separate video talking about the journey to the West and all of the information with the novel that really actually defines some of the very folklore of its time, and it's still very relevant as they make a lot of movies and shows and different things referencing this very cool story and super interesting stuff. And as you can see, your character looks kind of like a monkey. Is he a monkey? We don't know, but it's very inspired by the great novel. And for me, what I love most is that it actually has a lot of mysteries. Even though I know the story and I don't want to spoil that for you guys, when it comes to the actual journey to the West, this game is doing something a little different, and I'm interested to see how that plays out as we go forward throughout all this time when it does play out. And Sun Wukong, he's basically the destined one who has to face all these powerful foes, as you see, and there's a journey here for him to evolve and to see what happens. And then you, the player, of course, will go through that journey with him. And you've seen him in these videos, which we'll probably end up seeing, where he'll transform into other things, and we'll get into some of that as far as what you can expect, not just with weapons, but with spells and the equipment you have. And there's a lot. I mean, a lot of cool stuff to get into. But that's the core of what the story is. I don't want to spoil Journey to the West and this game's connection, but there is some plot twists that could happen as well. And this is a video game where they can make their own versions of the storyline. And that's what it looks like they're doing. Again, this comes out on August 20th. And I just wanted to cover a couple of different things so that you guys can, get excited like me, see where we're going with this game. It's a single player game, by the way. I know a lot of people are going to ask, any co-op or anything like that. Nope. It is a single player game, and it doesn't look like they'll be looking to add any features for PvP or anything like that at the moment. And of course, you never know what might change later on. Okay. So personally, I'm excited about that. Super thrilled. And as you can see, this is somewhat very focused on boss fights, on enemies. We don't have the details for the loot and gear and items that you get. That's something that people are still trying to figure out. I would love to talk to the devs from Game Science who made this game and see what they say about it so that we can understand a little more. But I absolutely love it. The Chinese folklore and the overall visuals and gameplay really hit home for me, and it's something that I cannot wait for. So it's a good time for us gamers as we go forward. Now, I did want to kind of touch on some of this gameplay here. You can see you do have a lot of different abilities, and you can do the simple dodge and block. But one thing I always love about games that are interesting is elements and then different abilities that change to fight. So switching out to different characters and fighting against these guys and using everything you have at your disposal, very important. And as you can see, this enemy here has element damage, so he might do something to you. The question I have and that I would love to discover when I get my hands on this game is, will you be able to have resistance against electricity or fire? And will the enemies also have that? And will that change the way you play and how you go? Personally, I love it. As you can see, I really like this boss right here, where it's just showing a different variety of play style that you got to focus on. It's not just hack and slash. You got to be strategic, smart, play your part, hold it down, and then go from there. So for me, I absolutely cannot wait to see more. I have literally about 4 hours worth of gameplay, and we might just do a stream where you guys get to see all that and talk about it. Leave your comments in the chat if that's what you want to see, a stream. Type the word stream within your sentence, and I know that you guys want to watch all the footage that I have of this game. Maybe I'll just upload it somewhere or something, but I'd like to react to all of it and then have that conversation so you guys can judge for yourself on if you would want to play this game and enjoy it. Of course, it is a little spoiler heavy when it comes to seeing so many boss fights and so many different things. I'm going to skip this one and take you up to a different world here and let you see some different things as we continue to break this game down. And to give a little bit of conversation about the Journey to the West, it was something that was published in the late 1500s. It was back in the day, and it was such a powerful story that even now it is still very relevant, not just for China, but even Americans and so much more. We've kind of adapted some of these very cool concepts, and the mythology has always been interested. And I'm super excited. And if you look at Dragon Ball Z, for example, that's where that franchise gets their inspiration from. And like I said, making this a game is probably the smartest move that I think a developer can do, because it's going to really open the door for all of us on every side of the world, because it's an amazing thing. Now, as far as this character and who is he and what is he doing, well, that's the mystery. And we just know that his name is Sun Wukong, and he is the Monkey King, supposedly. I'm just curious on how they're going to plot twist all of this and make their own version as we go forward. It should be interesting, but we will see. And as you can see, this staff right here is my play style. It's something that I've always used when I play video games, and in real life I practice with a staff. It was my first weapon to learn in martial arts, and such a favorite. There's a cool mechanic in this game, and maybe we'll see it in a second, where you can basically generate clones, and that's something very interesting on how that's going to play out. And then there's the cloud traversal, which I thought was super cool. Shape shifting, being able to change into thing, and then time freezing, another mechanic that's super special. This stuff is maybe not groundbreaking as far as have you seen it in a video game? Possibly. But combining it all to this great action RPG with a lot of great boss fights, an interesting universe, and endless possibilities. This is the best part I love about this game is that they can do anything and everything that they want here. They're not restricted to a specific, realistic historical thing. They want to have fun and make it interesting. So for me, this is a must play in my opinion, but I'm curious about what you guys think. Again, this releases on August 20th. There's plenty and plenty to discuss when it comes to gameplay that I could break down, which I'll do another video for another time. A lot of footage. We might just do a stream just talking about this game someday and showcase it all for you guys to enjoy. So stick around for me right here. I do have some other videos popping up breaking down some new cool things. Go ahead and check that out. See you there. Peace.